Sarah walked along the familiar path, her heart a fluttering mix of anticipation and unease. The stories of creatures lurking in the dark played at the edges of her mind, yet she dismissed them as mere tales meant to frighten children.
It's just a shortcut,
She murmured to herself, clutching her phone tightly. Sarah hesitated at the entrance to the woods, the chill of the evening air nipping at her skin. Her breath formed small clouds as she took a tentative step forward, the crunch of leaves beneath her feet echoing in the stillness.
it's only a few minutes.
She reassured herself, glancing back toward the distant glow of the town. Lucian, the vampire, stood before her, his pale skin almost luminescent in the dim light. His eyes, a haunting crimson, locked with Sarah's, freezing her in place.
Help me.
He whispered, his voice smooth, yet carrying an edge that sent a shiver down her spine. Sarah struggled to breathe, her heart pounding in her chest. She wanted to flee, to escape the sinister allure of Lucian's gaze, but her feet remained rooted to the ground.
You long for light, but darkness is where you belong.
He taunted, his fangs glistening in the moonlight. Her lungs burned as she sprinted, her mind a tumult of fear and desperation. She could feel Lucian closing in, the cold weight of his presence pressing against her back.
I won't let it end like this.
She thought defiantly, pushing herself beyond her limits. Sarah clutched the small pendant around her neck, a symbol of the light she cherished. Yet, as Lucian leaned closer, weaving his terror into the very fabric of her being, she knew that her struggle had reached its end. The darkness folded over her, leaving only silence in its wake.
Aura approached the town's entrance with a mix of fear and fascination. Her steps echoed against the cobblestones, each one a defiant challenge against the oppressive quiet. The stories she had heard about Eldridge Hollow whispered promises of forbidden knowledge, and she felt an irresistible pull to uncover the truth hidden within.
What happened here?
Aura murmured to herself, her eyes scanning the remnants of rituals long forgotten. The air was thick with a sense of foreboding, yet she was drawn to the altar, unable to resist the allure of the unknown. Ilara, the last of the banished witches, stood before Aura.
You seek the truth of Eldridge Hollow, but be warned the cost is great.
She cautioned, her gaze piercing through Aura's resolve.
The power that destroyed this place was meant to be forgotten.
Aura realized, her voice tinged with regret. Yet her curiosity remained, a flame that refused to be extinguished. Aura and Ilara stood side by side, facing the malevolent entities that had been awakened.
We must stand together or be consumed by the darkness.
Ilara urged, her voice steady despite the chaos surrounding them. The silence returned to Eldridge Hollow, a sinister lullaby that promised eternal rest for those who dared to seek its secrets. Aura understood now that some truths were best left buried, their weight too great for any soul to bear. The wind carried her final whisper as it swept through the streets, a reminder of the price of curiosity.